The other thing maybe we would have to share with the people is someone would be wondering, we have females here, but no one is seeing a boy.
Yes, we don't see any.
How are the pigs conceiving? Now, we are strictly using artificial insemination on this farm.
Okay.
When we tell people about artificial insemination, they get excited and think they should also start using.
What are the challenges?
Before you get into using artificial insemination, please stock the head. Learn what you need to know about artificial insemination.
Okay.
You need to know when do you inseminate a pig. So, let's talk about gilts. For example, these ones that made the 24 weeks the other day, in preparing them for breeding, you need to start by vaccinating them against reproductive diseases. So specifically, you vaccinate them with a vaccine called Farosua B. Now, that vaccination is supposed to be done on 24 weeks. Then also vaccinate them again at 27 weeks. Are we there? That's then expectation would be that at 29 weeks, the pigs should be getting ready for service.
Yes.
Are we there? Now, one of the things is you should not serve a pig that weighs less than 135 kilograms of live weight. Are we there? So, meaning, for example, if this friend of mine was 111 kilograms yesterday, but one, the next 3 weeks should be hitting over 130. By 29 weeks, by all means, she will be making the recommended weight. Are we there? Over 135 minimum. Are we there? Thereafter, a pig should be on what we call standing heat for you to serve it. So, before you get into AI or artificial insemination, make sure that one of the things you introduce onto your farm is what we call heat detection. Are we there? Heat detection refers to you knowing that this pig actually needs to mate. Are we there? So, how do you do that? Heat takes different forms. But today, let's briefly talk about only 3 that make a lot of sense. There is what we call early heat. Now, during early heat, one of the signs that a pig is on early heat, there's what we call riding behavior. You will see, for example, the gilt trying to mount others within the pen. When you see something like that, please note. Are we there? Note that. The other one, they become a bit vocal, soft vocal. You get here, you realize it is vocal, it is restless. Not when you've seen that, not the date, not the time. From there, the other one is called progressing heat. That comes later on. Now, during progressing heat, this pig it reduces. It's the mounting activity, for example, ceases. It's no longer mounting others. But even when it is mounting others, it does not allow others to mount it. It doesn't accept to be mounted. So, after the progressing heat, the next and a very important part is what we call standing heat. Now, when it comes to standing heat, the pig accepts others to mount. So as humans, we always test that by, for example, we do, let me try on this. We do the amount of pressure on its back. You see? When you do that, the pig is going to run away. But if she's on standing heat,
Yes.
when you do that,
It will remain.
it will
Still.
remain there.
Yeah.
Actually, many times what we do, you just sit on its back.
Yeah.
Come like here. You see, when you try to sit here,
It will run away.
she runs away.
Yeah.
But when it is on standing heat, when you sit, it
It's
remains
like
there.
it's ready for mounting.
Exactly. And actually, I think next time, because we are preparing that lady there for service in the next few weeks, when time comes, I'm going to invite you.
Yeah, I will be humbled.
Yes, I'm going to invite you for that.
Yeah.
So, when a pig is only served when it is on standing
Heat.
So, anyone out there, the so-called AI technician comes on your farm to inseminate your pig and comes with a rope to tie it. Please chase the fool from your farm.
True.
A pig should not be coerced.
Yeah.
It will basically stand there.
Yeah.
You get the catheter, push it into its reproductive organ,
Yeah.
and have the semen flow. And doing AI is one of the simplest things anyone can learn to do. We were trained by some vet friend of mine. He's called Vet Tony. So if you need such services, for the first time he can come on your farm and train you people. But if you do not have time to invest in heat detection, please don't think about AI.
Yeah.
It is something that should be included on your daily routines in your farm. Do it every day.
Yeah.
But of course, it may not be every day. For example, if you have, for example, these, I'm not yet, okay, these are that have made, now that they have made 24 weeks, I'm going to have all the gilts, put them, separate them from the boars.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have them vaccinated. So the other thing I'm going to do, now start monitoring them for heat. Any comes on heat, I will record and now start keeping records of such information. Are we there? So we are using AI. And of these ones, even if we choose to sell all of them, we shall retain one boar to do what we call teasing. It's called we call it a teaser boar. A boar helps you to detect heat faster than humans. Now, when you put the gilts aside and alone, from 24 weeks of age, we are supposed to do what we call boar exposure on a daily basis for at least 30 minutes. It's a full-time job. You need someone who is doing it there and someone who is committed. Are we there? So it is very vital. So we are using artificial insemination here.
Hope you have everything.
Okay.
You can share.
It's okay. When to inseminate, we are saying a pig should be at least 29 weeks of age for gilts.
You vaccinate twice before the insemination.
Inseminate at week 24. Sorry, vaccinate at week 24. Vaccinate again on yes, after 3 weeks, week 27. Then thereafter, 2 weeks after. Those that meet both the age and the weight requirements. If they 135 kilograms. If they are on standing heat, you can go ahead and. So what happens if my pig gets on heat? For example, it's on standing heat, and it makes the age, but it is only weighing 120 kilograms. I give it more time. I let that cycle pass. When it does, I would expect it to get back on heat within the next 21 days. But there are sometimes those early returnees. So what I do from day, if it is today, I count 18 days from today. When will 18 days be? I know. From 18th day, I start monitoring now this girl properly.
If the heat comes back,
if it comes back and has hit the weight I need, I serve it. Now, when a pig farrows, you are supposed to feed it as recommended. Give it a lactating ratio.
Okay.
Give it the 3 kilograms, you give it plus an extra half a kilo for every piglet. Are we there?
I didn't know.
Meaning, if a pig has followed 20
Yes.
piglets,
Yeah.
in my calculations, it has to eat the 3 kilograms that you give it every day,
Yes.
plus half
kilo.
times the 20, that is 10 kilograms.
So you mean after following, it eats a lot?
Exactly, because you have 20 niggers feasting on its milk.
Yeah.
She needs to produce the milk.
Yeah.
She needs to have that energy. And that helps the pig actually to be in better shape and good body score at the time of weaning.
Yeah.
Now, people that have mastered the art wean their pigs after 3 weeks, 21 days. Are we there?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten there. I wean mine after a month.
Yeah.
I was talking about 28
Days.
days. Now, after weaning, if the pig has been fed well and its body score is fine, you would expect it to get back on heat in the next 3 to 10 days.
Okay.
Get me well. You would expect, if I wean today, Monday, yeah, I would expect this pig to get back on heat within the next 3 to 10.
21 days? 21 days or 3 weeks?
3 to 10 days.
Hey.
1 to 3 days, not weeks.
Hey.
3 to
10.
3 to 10 days, not weeks. You would expect the pig to be coming back. That will actually depend on how you fed it, how you looked after it when it was pregnant, and when it was breastfeeding. Actually, as it is still breastfeeding, 2 weeks, we are going to do the other vaccination of Varroa. Now to sows, every time 2 weeks, we vaccinate. Because we are supposed to serve them, to give them a vaccine at least 2 weeks prior to serving. So I would expect that in 2 weeks I'm going to wean. Then in 3 to 10 days I'm going to serve. So when I wean and my pig's body score is fine, the other thing I do is called flashing.
What is flashing?
Flashing, we are basically trying to improve the appetite of the pig. Give it feed a minimum of 2 times a day. And on top of the feeds we are giving it, we add on at least 200 grams of sugar every day. Sugar.
Plain sugar, the one we use?
Yes. If you don't have sugar, give them sugar canes.
My God. I didn't know.
What is the essence of doing that? You are doing that to make sure that the pig releases very many ovum during ovulation. You're doing that to improve the number, the litter size basically. Are we there?
I didn't know.
Even for the gilts, as you're monitoring them, for example, if I know now this is 28 weeks, for example, it is 28 weeks of age, it meets the weight I need, I expect it to get on heat in a week's time. I start flashing. Are we there? That is another key aspect. There are quite a number of big components. We are just trying to slightly talk about each one of them. And with time, we are going to share this information in a detailed manner. And those that may not have understood a specific item, reach out. We can have this explained at large. Are we there? We also try to avoid visiting people's farms, because by visiting farms, we can bring you diseases or we can pick diseases from. Are we there? So biosecurity is key, as something we started with. And when we also make sure we don't just come here, especially if we've eaten pork. Take at least a week
Yes.
before we come. So you can see when they are done eating,
Yeah.
they go to their resting zone. They need to pee, they come to this other, that is one of theirs.